Boys and girls, welcome in as we get ready to rock and roll here from the beautiful Federated Auto Parts Raceway. Another evening of wild racing action here in front of us as it is time for the QuickTime Promotions IMCA Modifieds live here from Peevely, Missouri, I-55. It is Federated Auto Parts Raceway here, the home this evening as these drivers are ready to rock and roll. They're ready to put some work in as practice coming to a close here, slowly but surely qualifying. Up next for these drivers as they're ready to rock and roll. They're ready to put the work in here in this one. All these drivers looking good out there on the racetrack, looking fast, looking furious. Out here as you see the sweet victory apparel. Warrior Wraps, Majula's A Speed Shop, and number 68 Ryan looking for a good run here in this one. That's Paul Trax out there on the racetrack. The ESD Performance, Two Fat Guy Sim Racing Promotions, League of Outlaws. And number 33A is the Gunslinger, AJ Huntsinger, looking for a good run here this evening. As there you see, right in front of him, that is the B&H Automotive and Diesel number 1 ride. That is Jared Murphy. As Jared out there on the racetrack looking fast out there, currently third quickest here in this qualifying session. Matt Pridgeon out there as well, hopefully I'm saying that right, in the Rocket 1 chassis number 1 ride is that Valvoline machine, looking for a good run, looking for a good drive out there himself is Matt Paragon, looking for a good run. Pridgeon, Matt Pridgeon. Hopefully I'm saying that right. I'm probably murdering it. I'm so bad with names. But all these drivers out here ready to rock and roll, ready to go to battle, ready to put in the work here this evening as we will get them stacked up, racked up, and ready to go here in just a little bit as qualifying slowly but surely coming to a close. Woo! Oh, chat, this is going to be fun. This is going to be a good time. These guys are absolutely fast and furious, looking for a good drive and a good run here this evening. Not a huge field of cars, but that doesn't make a difference as they are going to put on one heck of a show, one heck of a race here for us all evening long. My boy Frank Fonda coming in. What's good, Frank? Frank coming in, some mashing that thumbs up on the broadcast. How are you, Frank? Frank coming in, showing the love here as, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if you guys are just tuning in, make sure you guys hit that like button. Hit that share button, hit that follow and subscribe button as we're going to get ready to set them loose here in just a few more moments. See the 24 ride, the ESD Performance Machine of Trevor Doyle rolling out onto the racetrack there in his League of Outlaws number 24 ride. He's trying to roll that outside lane, hanging that rear end out, looking good out there on the racetrack. His practice coming to a close here, so qualifying going to get started. Drivers going to jump out onto the racetrack. Drivers going to get ready here for their qualifying attempts. The drivers rolling out. You see Trevor Doyle, one of the first ones out onto the racetrack here. Doyle looking for a fast run and a fast drive here out of that 24 ride. Needs a good quick lap time here as this could set you up for the whole evening. A good lap in a good qualifying effort, giving you a front row start in that heat race is going to be the big thing. Getting you closer to the front of the field where you can try to stay out of trouble all evening long by keeping yourself towards the front of the pack as you see the 5 ride. That is the Majula's A Speed Shop machine. That is the 5 of Jaden Sheehan, looking for a good run here in his Warrior Wraps Sweet Victory Apparel number 5 ride. Currently QuickTime on the racetrack for that 5 machine as Chris Cox rolls out onto the track. Trevor Williams out there as well in the 57 ride. Thomas Levister, the 22, jumping out onto the racetrack here as Thomas looking for a great run here this evening as well in that 22 ride as all these drivers ready to rock and roll. They are ready to go to battle here this evening for a wild night of racing action as things are about to get heated, things are about to get picked up, and things are about to get a little bit wild here this evening. Woo! So the 22 ran with a good lap time right there, but it's Chris Cox in the 515, the Chris Cox Gaming number 515 ride, going to jump up into that pole position as Jared Murphy rolls out onto the racetrack here. James Murphy out there as well in his 65 ride, looking very, very good here. He was quickest in practice, looking to try to be quickest here in qualifying. as he's trying to roll around the racetrack. Jared Murphy going to jump up into that 5th position. Matt Paragon right there as well, but Jordan Miller up into 2nd here with the 2nd fastest quick time. The 65 ride of James Murphy, that time by the start-finish line. Not the quickest lap time for that 65 ride, as he's currently 6th quickest right now, as Matt Paragon going to jump up into the top spot here. So quick time to Matt Pridgeon, as Pridgeon going to jump up into the quick time here in qualifying. James Murphy going to jump up into 3rd. Chris Cox there in 2nd, as things getting tight here for all these drivers in this qualifying session, as waiting for Paul Trax and Kyle Topman to roll out there and see if they can put on a good show here and see if they can move up the leaderboard, as they have yet to qualify. As my boy Jaden Sheehan coming in with that like on the stream. Jaden Sheehan Gaming coming in with that thumbs up as well. As we get ready to rock and roll, we get ready to set these drivers loose here. Qualifying coming to a close in a quick hurry, and our first heat race of the day is going to get underway here in just a few more moments. Jaden says, come watch ya boy, and hitting that share button over there on the Game UMP page. I appreciate you, my boy, coming in, showing the love here in this one, as we will get these drivers ready to rumble here from Federated Auto Parts Raceway. Qualifying coming to a close, still waiting for Kyle Topman and Paul Trax to jump out onto the racetrack. We've yet to see those two roll out there, as currently only 10 drivers taking lap times here in this qualifying session. We'll wait and see if they can roll out there or not, or if they're going to wait until later on. Yo, what's good, Tyler? What's good, my dude? Says, what's up, bud? A happy Wednesday to you. Do you guys put water on the track? I'm not sure if they're going to put any water on the track. I think they're going to roll it the whole night long. I think they're going to keep it fairly smooth, fairly slick and dry out there, and it's just going to get slicker and slicker and make these things that much tougher here later on in the evening, which could create for some great racing action. Maybe not as much too wide racing that we'd like to see, but it's going to create some great racing when drivers are going to be slip-sliding around the racetrack. 40 laps of racing action in this feature event, and if it stays slick, it can be very interesting on tire saving and tire, ability out there on the racetrack with these IMC late model setups. These things burn up tires in a quick hurry, and this is a racetrack that, even though it's very small, these corners are very highly banked. You're really moving through the corners here at high rates of speed, and you can tear up tires pretty quickly here in these UMP modified. So it's going to be interesting to see how they can handle any of the tire wear and what they need to do out there on the racetrack to keep these tires underneath of them for as long as possible here in this feature event. But first off, they're going to see what they can do here. Our heat race action about to get underway, as these drivers are going to roll out onto the racetrack here in just a few more moments, as qualifying coming to a close here in the next couple of seconds. And as it comes to a close, heat race number 1 will get figured out. Everyone will jump out there, and everyone will get ready for this first heat race of the day. As there you go. Heat race number 1 gonna get underway here as these drivers get loaded into the sim. As starting on the pole in the number 1 ride, it's the Rocket Racing Machine. That is Matt Paragon leading the way here. So the 1 ride starting in position number 1. He's outside in the 65 ride. That is James Murphy. Starting in position number 3 in the 5 machine, that is the Majulus Speed Shop. Sweet Victory Apparel, number 5 of Jaden Sheehan. To his outside in the ESD Performance, number 33 ride is the League of Outlaws, 2 Fat Guy Sim Racing Promotions. 33A, it's the Gunslinger. AJ Hunsinger going to start there in position number 4. Starting in position number 5 in the 57 ride, that is Trevor Williams. Into his outside in the Majulus Speed Shop, Warrior Raps Sweet Victory Apparel, number 68, that is Paul Trax. So 6 drivers getting ready to rock and roll here for heat race number 1 as they start to roll behind the official iRacing pace truck. The lights are already off the pace truck, so that means he's going to head right down pit side here, and we're going to get ready to set him loose as lap number 1 about to get underway here on the evening. These drivers ready to rock and roll. They are ready to go to battle here from Federated Auto Parts Raceway. Looks like they are going to get 1 additional lap around here, so 1 more pace lap before we set them loose, as we will look for that official iRacing pace truck to make that hard left-hand turn down pit side here in corner number 4, and that will set these drivers loose here for our first heat race of the day. As lots of racing action here on the evening. We got this beautiful race, and then right afterwards we got another big race coming up on the asphalt here, as we are going green flag racing here from Federated Auto Parts Raceway. It is the QuickTime Promotions IMCA Modifieds live here in this one, as quickly the one ride, Matt Paragon out in front as Paragon leads the way, leads us down at a corner number 4, and he'll lead lap number 1 in that one ride. A little contact back there behind him. Hang on to the 5 ride of Jaden Sheehan, almost getting around there as he got up into the door panel there of the 65 ride of James Murphy. That's going to allow the ESD Performance 33 ride of AJ Hunsinger to jump up into position number 3 here as he jumps up into that 3rd spot. Jaden Sheehan going to slide back to position number 5. He's got Paul Track and Trevor Williams right there behind him. As Matt Paragon leads the way here, Paragon leading the way, showing these drivers how to get it done here in this one. Sorry, Pridgen? I'm probably murdering his name. I'm probably going to say it 50 different times. Pridgen, I do believe, possibly. I could be wrong still. But Pridgen out in front here, showing him how to get it done, as right there on his back bumper is that 65 ride of James Murphy. Murphy taking a little look down low on him here as they head down across the start-finish line. Another lap clicked off the board here with only 3 more laps left to go. Is down the back straightaway into corner number 3. A good run down low for the 65 ride of James Murphy, looking for the lead. They go door to door down across the line. Pridgen still out in front, continuing to lead the way. Pridgen, Murphy 1 and 2, as Murphy with a good run down again out of corner number 3, and out of corner number 4 he's going to jump up and take this race lead away. 1 more lap left to go now for James Murphy, as he's able to use that middle to inside lane to his advantage as he jumps out in front for the final time in heat race number 1 at a corner number 4. A drag race back to the line, but it's James Murphy picking up heat race win number 1 on the evening. Pridgen, Hunsinger, Sheehan, our top 4 there in heat race number 1. As we will get them stacked up, racked up, and ready to go. Heat race number 2. Gonna roll out onto the racetrack, and starting on the pole in the 515 machine is the Chris Cox Gaming ride. That is Chris Cox starting in that pole position. To his outside in the 38M, that is Jordan Miller. And starting on the inside, row number 2 in the ESD Performance League of Outlaws number 24 ride, that is Trevor Doyle, sorry. To his outside in the 1 ride, that is Jared Murphy. As Murphy starting there in position number 4. Then we see the 22 of Thomas Levister back in that 5th position. In the 77 of Kyle Trotman, bringing up the rear of the field in the QuickTime Promotions number 77 ride. So Kyle Trotman back at the rear of the field. He didn't get a qualifying lap in, so we'll have to wait and see what he can do here in this heat race, and if he can work himself closer to the front of the field. As Jaden Sheehan says, what a race for last. Hey, you know what? Sometimes those are the best racing out there, brother. It doesn't matter if it's the front of the field or the back of the field. There's always some good racing out there, as we are back to green flag racing. Chris Cox quickly back onto the loud pedal as the 515 ride out in front, looking to take a big lead as they go almost 3 wide back there behind them. 3 wide as Trevor Doyle's going to jump up into position number 2. He works to the inside of the 38M. A little bit of contact. Jordan Miller, hang on to it. Miller able to recollect himself, keep that car under power, and keep on trucking. Unfortunately, slides back a few spots on the racetrack as Trevor Doyle trying to hang on to position number 2. Jared Murphy right there on his back bumper. Thomas Levister now up into position number 4 and looking for more as the 38M trying to storm back to his outside. The 77 rider Kyle Trotman back there in position number 6 and looking to try to jump up and work himself inside the top 5 as Chris Cox Cox is loving that racing action back there behind him. He is out in front and setting sail as he's out to a 6, almost 7/10 of a second lead now between himself and Trevor Doyle. As Doyle there in that second spot as Jared Murphy still taking a look down to his inside here. The outside lane starting to prevail though, looking to start carrying more and more momentum as you see this racetrack really starting to go through some changes out there on the racetrack. Things starting to get very, very slick out there, and it's going to get tougher and tougher and tougher for these drivers throughout the evening. As Jared Murphy back in third, trying to hunt down Trevor Doyle, as Doyle trying to hunt down our race leader of Chris Cox, as Cox slowly but surely starting to fall back here a little bit. That 24 ride hunting him down, as we did see the 38 ride of Jordan Miller unfortunately go around and up into the outside wall there. That puts him to the rear of the field as the white flag has been displayed. So one more time around, Chris Cox down through corner number 3, nice and easy out of corner number 4. Trevor Doyle down to his inside, but it's the 5:15 of Chris Cox who's going to pick up race win number 2. Doyle there in second, Murphy, Levister, Topman, and Jordan Miller bringing up the rear of the field. Yo, Nathan Korpinen coming in showing the love. What's good, Nathan? Nathan coming in, smashing that thumbs up on the broadcast, as well as we're going to get ready here, a quick little warm-up session. These drivers are going to make sure their cars are absolutely perfect, absolutely set up and ready to go here for this main feature event, as 40 laps of racing action going to get started here in just a few more seconds. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that follow and subscribe button, as we're going to get ready to set these drivers loose. There we go. Practice getting wrapped up here quickly in this one, and that means we are set and ready to rock and roll here. Our main feature event is about to get underway, and starting in the pole position with the 65 ride, that is James Murphy. Murphy starting here in that pole position with the 5:15, our second heat race winner. That is Chris Cox to his outside. Matt Pridgeon starting there in position number 3 in the Rocket number 1 ride, and to his outside, the ESD Performance League of Outlaws number 24. That's Trevor Doyle there in position number 4. The gunslinger AJ Hunsinger in the 33A ride, the ESD Performance Machine, going to start there in the 5th position. He's got Jared Murphy starting to his outside. Then we see the inside lane slowly but surely catching up here, as it's the 5 ride of Jaden Sheehan going to start there in position number 7. To his outside in the 22 ride, that is Thomas Levister. Starting in position number 9 in the 57 ride, that is Trevor Williams. To his outside in the 77 ride, that is Kyle Topman. And bringing up the rear of the field, the 68 of Paul Trax in Jordan Miller. As 12 drivers ready to rock and roll. 40 laps of racing action ready to rock and roll here, as the green flag out and about the 65 ride of James Murphy. Gonna see that green flag fly as we end all the anticipation with our feature presentation. Quickly, James Murphy on the lap pedal gonna lead lap number 1 here from Federated Auto Parts Raceway, as the QuickTime Promotions IMCA Modifieds is in full swing. As out in front, Murphy leads the way. The 5:15 of Chris Cox right there in tow. Matt Pridgeon quickly jumping up to the high side of the racetrack, trying to roll that outside groove, as you see the inside very slick down there. The 33 ride of AJ Hunsinger trying to make it work, but he's really using up that car as he's sliding around the racetrack, slides up the track here, almost pinching off that one ride. He finds a lane up there to the high side though, trying to stay to the outside of that 33A. But some good runs down low here early on for AJ Hunsinger, as that moves him up into that 3rd position, and he may not be done yet as he's looking to go to work underneath of Chris Cox. Out in front, it's all James Murphy. Murphy continuing to lead the way here. The 65 ride continuing to lead the way with Chris Cox right there in position number 2. AJ Hunsinger, the gunslinger, there in 3rd. As Matt Pridgeon there in position number 4, and Jared Murphy trying to work himself up inside the top 5 now, as Trevor Doyle to his outside. Unfortunately, going to slide back a spot here, and he's going to fall back to that 4th position, or 6th position on the racetrack. Thomas Levister right there, the 57 ride, looking for some good runs. That is Trevor Williams trying to work the inside lane, as they're almost 3 wide here for that 6th position, as the 57 ride finding something down low here. finds some great runs, some great speed on the very bottom of the racetrack. He's making it work here as he's able to jump up and pick up a couple early spots, and he's not done yet as he continues to work underneath that 24 of Trevor Williams. Thomas Levister right there in that battle as well. Jaden Sheehan back here, going to get up into the outside wall, going to bounce off of it, going to keep on trucking here as the 5 ride hanging on to position number 9. Jordan Miller there in that 10th position. Rounding out our top 10 is the 77 rider Kyle Topman. There behind him, trying to hunt him down, and Paul Trax bringing up the rear of the field in the Majulis A Speed Shop Sweet Victory Apparel, number 68 ride. As the 65 ride continuing to lead the way, is right there behind him. Almost a little slide job right there is AJ Huntsinger, the gunslinger, has worked himself now up into position number 2. AJ working himself up towards the front of the field. Is AJ Huntsinger there, already up 3 positions into position number 2, and he may not be done yet as he's trying to hunt down that 65 ride of James Murphy. Chris Cox back to 3rd here is Matt Pridgeon there in position number 4 and looking for more. The 1 ride of Jared Murphy there in position number 5 is we're going to see our first caution flag fly. A few drivers tied together here. The 38 of Jordan Miller, the 77 of Kyle Topman, coming together here at the flag stand, and that's going to bring out our first caution flag of the evening. And some heavy racing deeper in the field here. It's a battle for the 10th position on the racetrack. The 38 ride trying to hold it, watches up the racetrack over the nose of that 77 ride. He's going to get turned around. The 77 ride sideways there as well, and as these drivers point in the wrong direction, they quickly get pointed back in the right direction, but unfortunately our flagman getting a good look at that. Our race leaders coming up on top of them in a quick hurry. They throw that caution flag as both Jordan Miller and Kyle Topman both down pit side. Jaden Sheehan down there as well, getting some work done to the 5 ride as the Majulis 8 Speed Shop machine comes down, gets some work, and rolls back out onto the racetrack. So we will get ready to go back to battle here in this one as Nathan coming in with that share on the stream as well. I appreciate you, Nathan, coming in, smashing that share button. Aaron Betschneider coming in with that like as well. What's good, Aaron? Aaron coming in, showing the love, smashing that thumbs up as Jaden says, hey, I PM'd you on Discord for another broadcasting opportunity. I like the sounds of that. We'll have to check that out here afterwards as we are back to Green Flag Racing. James Murphy sees that green flag back out into the air here quickly. Jumping back onto the loud pedal, looking to try to stretch out his lead is down low. Chris Cox looking to use that inside lane now to his advantage to roll around the 33 ride of AJ Huntsinger and try to put himself back inside that top 2 positions. As a pair of ones right there behind Chris Cox and AJ Huntsinger as we do see another caution flag fly as Jordan Miller's night going astray here is the 38 ride, trying to get another good run, trying to work underneath the 68 of Paul Trax. Looks like he's just going to get a little bit too low and then washes up over the nose of the 68 ride, kind of gets him bent out of shape. A big head of steam coming here from the 77 ride, hooked up on the high side. Unfortunately, just right here, a little contact as he washes up in front over the nose of the 77. He's going to go around for a quick little loop-de-loop there, and that will bring the caution flag once again back out as those two find each other again on the racetrack. And another quick caution flag and another quick restart getting ready here for these drivers. James Murphy, I don't know if he wants to see that caution flag, because that's going to bring a lot of hungry drivers right back to his rear bumper. I'm sure he'd love to just kind of run away with this one, keep on knocking these laps out live, and not have to worry about trying to keep these drivers at bay or trying to keep these drivers right there to his outside or his back bumper. He would love to get some green flag laps and be able to open up a bit of a lead out there. Unfortunately, that lead going to evaporate once again as we get them stacked up, racked up, and ready to go here as down at a quarter number 4, the green flag back out into the air. Quickly, James Murphy back onto the lap pedal, a little bit of contact, hang on to it, Murphy's going to go around. Chris Cox tied up in that one as well as our race leader. Going to get turned around right there. The caution flag is going to fly. Trevor Williams with some damage. Jaden Sheehan getting collected in that as well. Chris Cox with some heavy contact there as well, as we will take another look at it here as just some contact on this restart, and that's exactly what James Murphy did not want to see is right here. AJ Hunsinger sends it in there a little bit too deep, gets in there, gets underneath the 65 right, jacks up the rear end, kicks him around, unfortunately sliding sideways down through 1 and 2. Nowhere for him to go, nowhere for Chris Cox. Jared Murphy, the 57 ride of Trevor Williams, the 5 ride of Jaden Sheehan going to get collected in that one with some damage there as well. And unfortunately here, not the way things wanted to be played out for this number 65 ride. As we get another look at it here right on the helmet cam. Sees the green flag fly onto the loud pedal, trying to just roll through 1 and 2. And then there's the contact, spins him around, and then even more contact hard down into that inside wall. Some heavy rear end damage for that 65 ride. As we will get them back out onto the racetrack, and we will get them ready to go back to battle here in this one, as AJ Hunsinger is going to consume the lead here. So the 33A, AJ Hunsinger, the gunslinger, out in front now. He's got the one of Matt Pridgeon there to his outside. So Pridgeon in position number 2. Trevor Doyle there in third with Trevor Williams to his outside. The 22 with Thomas Levister, Jaden Sheehan, Kyle Topman, Chris Cox round out our top 8 with the 68 of Paul Trax, Jordan Miller, our top 10. James Murphy, Jared Murphy at the rear of the field as we are back to green flag racing. Quickly, the green flag back out for the ESD Performance in number 33 of AJ Hunsinger as the gunslinger looking to try to pick up the victory here in this one. But a very upset 65 ride of James Murphy trying to work himself up through the field. He's going to make some contact with the 77 ride. No caution flag as of yet, as contact between Kyle Topman and that 65 with James Murphy sent the 77 ride around right in front of Jared Murphy. Unfortunately, Jared having to get onto the binders there to really trying to minimize damage. Unfortunately, that sends him backwards as AJ Hunsinger out in front, continuing to lead the way. Hunsinger out in front, showing him how to get it done here in this one, as my boy Logan Schmidt coming in, says, it's my birthday. Can I get a PeaceMaker Gaming shout out? Absolutely, Logan, my boy, Mr. Schmidt, coming in, showing the love. How are you, my dude? And happy mother fluffing birthday. Absolutely insane. How old are you now? How old are you, brother? Happy mother fluffing birthday, Logan Schmidt. Let's go, baby. As out in front, AJ Hunsinger continuing to lead the way. He's going to click another lap off as this one's coming to a close in a quick hurry. Halfway in, halfway to go here in the QuickTime Promotions IMCA Modified Series. Is out in front, AJ Hunsinger, showing him how to get it done. Matt Pridgeon there in position at number 2. Jaden Sheehan finds himself up into position number 3 now as the 5 ride, slowly but surely working himself up towards the front of the field. Has worked himself around both of the Trevors, as Trevor Williams right there behind him. Thomas Levister, and now Trevor Doyle having some issues slow on the racetrack as he's got some pretty heavy damage here, and we are going to see the caution flag fly. So we'll take a look and see what happened here, as it looks like Trevor Doyle having some issues in the ESD Performance League of Outlaws number 24 right up here on the high side of the racetrack. Looks like him in the 65 may come together, as he's already, oh yeah, he's super loose, and oh man, tough break again there for the guy who was out in front from early on in this race. That 65 rider, James Murphy, just trying to work himself back in. You see that car get very, very loose right there out of corner number 4. Unfortunately, washes up into the outside wall. Nowhere to go for James Murphy as he drives right underneath of that number 24 ride. Checks his rear end fluid there. Maybe even got a look at the transmission fluid level, and unfortunately, heavy damage to both those rides as they'll take their cars down pit side. We'll jump right on board here with James Murphy and see what he sees here from the helmet cam once again on the 65 ride. Is definitely not how he wanted his comeback to be drawn up, as just rolling up on the high side, and all of a sudden, bam! Car parked right in front of him and absolutely nowhere for him to go, and zero time to react. To see the 24 getting loose right there, washes up the racetrack. You see him trying to drive down the track, but unfortunately not quick enough as the 24 jumps right in front of him. Heavy, heavy damage here for both those rides, and man, 2 tore up race cars looking very good all evening long, and unfortunately going to put them both down behind the wall here. Heavy, heavy hits there. Heavy hits for both drivers as we will get them back to green flag racing. quickly. The green flag back out into the air as the 33 ride of AJ Hunsinger continues to lead the way. The one machine of Matt Pridgeon working underneath of him here as the one ride trying to find something. As here comes that 57. Trevor Williams trying to roll the outside lane here. Trying to find something up high. Getting squeezed up there ever so slightly. Got a piece of that outside wall, but luckily enough, able to hold on to it and keep it pointing in the right direction. The big 20, golden birthday. Love the streams, my man. You're the GOAT. Rah, rah, he says. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Logan. Well, happy 20th birthday, brother. Trust me, it's all downhill from there. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. The golden years are behind you now, okay? And now they're just fun years. But your body starts to fall apart after 20. Trust me. Trust me. Take it. Take it. Live every moment to the fullest, brother. Live every memory, every moment to the fullest. And enjoy the 20s, brother. Enjoy the 20s. I'm almost out of the 20s. I turned the big 30 this year, and I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that at all. As AJ Hunsinger, the gunslinger, out in front, showing these drivers how to get it done here all evening long in the QuickTime promotions. IMCA Modifieds as he leads the way. Here comes James Murphy trying to work himself back up through the field. He finds himself back up in that 7th position here, trying to work underneath of Jaden Sheehan and that 68 ride of Paul Track. His Track rolling the outside lane. The 65 trying to hug the inside wall, hoping to stay out of trouble the rest of the way through here as he keeps on looking to try to work himself closer and closer to the front of the field. The one ride of Jared Murphy right there with him as both the Murphys trying to work themselves back inside the top 5 as AJ Hunsinger continues to lead the way. Hunsinger out in front, but he's got some competition. Matt Pridgeon to his outside. Pridgeon's going to make the move here. They're going to go door to door at a quarter number 2. As Pridgeon looking to take this race lead away, the 33 of AJ Hunsinger looking to try to hold him off, but he can't do it as we get a new race leader here at Federated Auto Parts Raceway. Matt Pridgeon going to jump up and take this race lead away. Is right there behind him. You see Chris Cox rebounded here after early tie up in the first caution flag. He's battling with that 57 rider. Trevor Williams trying to work himself into position number 3 as we are going to see the caution flag fly here once again. As it looks like the 38M of Jordan Miller having some more issues out there on the racetrack as the 38 sends it up. It's a little piece of the outside wall there. He's kind of hugging it and then just unfortunately comes off of the wall at a corner number 2. The rear end just really not settling in there. He sends it into corner number 3 and unfortunately just can't hang on to it and unfortunately just gets around here, just gets around on him, goes loop-de-loop here, pointing the wrong direction as here comes another car right at him. That's going to bring the caution flag out as a tough break in a late race caution flag here. Probably the last thing that Matt Pridgeon or AJ Hunsinger really wanted to see is that's going to bring Trevor Williams, Chris Cox, Jaden Sheehan, Paul Track, James Murphy right back to their rear bumper here as we will get them lined up and ready to go back to battle here in this one, as I do believe single file restarts here in this one as inside 10 laps left to go, so single file restarts are ready to rock and roll. Had 10-4 butt already happening, unfortunately. Love you, dude. I love you too, brother. Love you too, Logan. Company showing the love as we are back to green flag racing with 5 more laps left to go. 5 more laps here from Federated Auto Parts Raceway, and things happen in a quick hurry here in this one as out in front, Matt Pridgeon trying to hold him off, trying to pick up the checkered flag here in this one. As Pridgeon, nice and easy, down at a corner number 2. He's going to see a good run down into quarter number 3, opening up a couple car length lead now between himself and AJ Hunsinger. It's Hunsinger trying to hold on to position number 2 out there on the racetrack. Trying to hunt down that one ride as Chris Cox right there with them. Trevor Williams still trying to hang to the outside of that 515 ride for position number 3. Jaden Sheehan rounding out our top 5 is down across the line. They're going to click another lap off that time by. So 2 more laps left to go here in this one. Matt Pridgeon down the back straightaway into corner number 3. Nice and easy out at quarter number 4 as this time by the start finish line, he's going to see the white flag fly. One more time around for the Rocket Racing number 1 ride. Matt Pridgeon leads us down the back straightaway, but AJ Hunsinger looking for a good run down to his inside. Door to door out at quarter number 4. Some contact, but it's Matt Pridgeon picking up the win here in this one. Picking up the win from Federated Auto Parts Raceway in our QuickTime promotions. IMCA Modifieds. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, give it up for Matt Pridgeon as he gets it done and parks this rocket ride, the number 1 machine, up in the Federated Auto Parts Raceway victory lane. What a run and what a drive right there for this one machine as he will pull it into victory lane. He's going to jump out of this car and jump up into the booth here with us for his post-race interview. AJ Hunsinger with a good run there in second, and Chris Cox rounding out our top 3 is my boy Bryce Dickinson. Brycey Bear coming in, showing the love with that heart reaction. How are you, Brycey Bear? Bryce coming in, some match in that heart reaction. Logan Schmidt coming in with that like as well. Pacer Pom Pam coming in with the like on the broadcast as well, coming in, showing the love here in this one as we will get all these drivers ready to jump up here into the broadcast booth here for some post-race interviews, and then we're going to get ready for our second broadcast of the evening as we have another race after this. The big race as the Slingshot Sim Racing Series is headed to Bristol, where, you know, we saw quite a bit of contact and controversy from Phoenix last week. I believe this week is just going to be as hairy as Bristol. Definitely going to be lots of sparks and lots of fireworks there from the quickest quarter-mile racetrack in all of the world. So we'll get ready to go into that race in just a few more moments, but we'll get ready to jump up into the booth here with our top 3 finishers. Alrighty, waiting for our race winner to jump up into the Discord here. Don't know if our race winner has Discord or not. Assuming he does. I'm not sure. Not sure if Matt does or not. I do see. Okay, there we go. Is that our winner? Is that our winner? I think that's our winner. What's his T in there? Just throw me off, but I think that's him. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, give it up here for Matt Pridgeon as he picks up the win here this evening in the QuickTime Promotions IMCA Modified Series as we'll pull him up into the broadcast booth. Hey, Matt, it's Aaron up here in the PeaceMaker Broadcasting booth. Take a copy.
Yes, sir. I got you.
Matt, man, what a run, what a race. Take us back through this one as we saw you slide back early on here just a little bit. You're battling out there with, AJ Hunsinger, Chris Cox, Trevor Williams, and a lot of other very, very fast drivers here throughout the evening. But slowly but surely, late in this race, you find something up there in that middle lane, and you're able to roll to the outside of AJ Hunsinger. He leaves you that outside, and you're able to just power down and get that one machine to the front of the field here. But a late race restart, you get these guys right back to your rear bumper. What was going through your mind there late in this race, and then coming home, picking up the win? How does it feel?
Man, it feels great, but I feel like I got handed that win. I hate what happened between AJ and James. I mean, they're all good though. So I mean, we're all friends here, but I'll take the win and that late restart. Yeah, I didn't know what to expect. So I kept running the line I was running, trying to switch it up a little bit here and there. Kept messing up, but I was able to hold on to the lead. I'm pretty happy about that. I decided, like 10 minutes before the race to even do this. So, it's always good to come in and win on your first run.
Absolutely, definitely a great way to start your evening if you're just hopping on to the simulator after a hard day's worth of work and having some fun out there, having some good racing and being able to keep it nice and clean there late in this one, as we did see that contact between AJ Hunsinger and James Murphy that was on a restart. So it was late in the race, AJ having another opportunity to maybe make some contact and make the move to get around you late in this one. Luckily enough, he's able to stay off you. A little bit of rubbing there, but not too much, and really not enough to get you out of balance there at a quarter number 4 as you're able to just beat him back to the line. But man, what a run and what a race, and trying to hold on and hold off a lot of fast cats back there behind you all evening for a lot of laps here late in this race is got to be a very, very tricky thing to do, as this racetrack has become very, very slick late in the race. Tires starting to fall off. You guys had your handful out there.
Yeah, sir. It was getting pretty slick out there. I was when I was saying I messed up, I was sliding through it a little bit and spinning tires, getting on the gas a little too hard. But like I said, able to hold on to it. Actually, this is my first league race win on iRacing, so that's even more better.
Perfect. Well, caps off to you in that one, Matt. A great run and a great drive as you're able to park the one ride up here in victory lane. Who would you like to thank for not only such a great run and strong performance here this evening, but obviously your first league win? Who would you like to shout out here? You know, all your teammates, crew, and sponsors, and everybody else that made it possible here this evening for yourself.
Yeah, man. I got my friend Ryan Williams with Talking Dirt on Facebook. He sponsors me on the game and in real life, so can't forget him. And then the League of Outlaw guys. At one point tonight, man, we were all top 7, but stuff happens. But I've been running with them the past few weeks, and they're a good bunch of guys. So shout out to them too.
Beauty. Well, Matt, a great run, a great win, and many more to come here for yourself after that one. Hopefully, just opening the floodgates, and we'll see you back up here on the broadcast booth more and more throughout this season, and hopefully throughout a lot of these other races and other leagues as well. See you being able to click off some more checkered flags and parking that one ride in victory lane more and more.
So thank you. Y'all have a good one.
Absolutely. Enjoy the rest of your night as well. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, give it up there. Our race winner, Matt Pridgeon, coming home here, picking up the win in the QuickTime Promotions IMCA Modifieds here this evening as we'll get ready to pull in our second place finisher. It's the gunslinger, AJ Hunsinger, coming home in position number 2. We're going to pull AJ up here into the broadcast booth. Hey, AJ, it's Aaron up here in the PeaceMaker Broadcasting booth. You get a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
AJ, my boy, a great run and a great race here as you were able to get that 33 right out in front here for a few laps. Unfortunate contact there between you and James Murphy as things are just so tight here, especially on restarts. You guys make that little bit of contact. Unfortunately, he goes around having to start deeper in the field and just couldn't recover here throughout the evening. But that gives you the lead. You're able to hang on to it for quite a while there. Then all of a sudden, here comes Matt in that one ride, finding a groove, getting up to your outside and able to make it work to make that pass. But late in this race, you get another opportunity to go after him. A late race caution flag, and you go to work trying to find something underneath that one ride. He's slipping and sliding, trying to keep that car underneath of him. You're trying to take that lead away. Unfortunately, come home just a little bit shy of getting it done here in this one. But you got to be pretty happy with a solid second place run here this evening.
Yeah, I feel like crap about getting into James there. It's not very often that I'm faster than him anywhere on a racetrack, so it was pretty unexpected there. I just watched a replay and he had quite a bit of a gap on me on a straightaway, and we got in a corner and that gap just shrunk a lot, and I don't feel like I overdrove it. But yeah, I feel like crap about that. But right off the bat, I knew I had something. I was rolling the bottom there pretty good, and I passed Matt for second, and I knew I had something. And we had that yellow flag, and I slept a little bit on the restart after that first caution, and went in there, and I got into James, I mean, and I got the lead. I thought I was gonna be okay, but right before Matt passed me, I told Matt in the Discord that if he starts rolling the top to let me know, because the last thing I wanted to do was to come up in front of him on the straightaway and wreck us both. And about the time I said that, there he comes on the outside. So probably should have moved up a lap or two before that. I felt like the bottom was okay, but I felt like I was just waiting for somebody to rip the top and get around me, and Matt did that. So kudos to him. I believe that's his first win in this series. So it was nice to see him get the victory.
Absolutely. He was just telling us it's actually his first league win ever. So a good run and a good race there for the one ride, and getting the first one, which may be dangerous for the rest of you guys, as that may open the floodgates for that one ride to find victory lane a lot more here over the next couple weeks. But man, AJ, a great run and a great race, and he gave him a heck of a run right down to that final checkered flag late in this race, as you were able to keep right there with him after that final restart, staying underneath of him, trying to wait for a mistake out of that one ride. He made a couple of them. You were able to capitalize, gain a few more feet on him here and there, but unfortunately just not enough late in this race to find that room that you needed to jump up and take this race lead back away. But man, a solid run, a solid performance. You come home in position number 2. Who would you like to thank here for a great run and strong performance here this evening?
Everybody involved in League of Outlaws. Most of the guys in this race here have a huge role in the success of this league, and couldn't do it without them. We're like a family now. ESD Performance, FIBA Motorsports, Carbon Fiber Carbonetics, DSM Alley, Like Crazy Graphics, just everybody that has any hand whatsoever in this. It's been an amazing ride so far. Again, kudos to Big Papa Pridge. I told him I would say that in the interview. Big Papa Pridge is who I'm gonna call him from now on. Hell of a one, hell of a win. I'm glad he won. And yeah, I'm just terrible about what happened there with James, but James, he's still the points leader and he's still kicking our ass every week. So thank you for broadcasting this. It's nice having you back on board for us.
Absolutely, brother. AJ, a great run, great race. Congratulations on the second place finish, and we look forward to seeing you back out there on the racetrack next Wednesday, and hopefully right back up here on the broadcast booth, maybe one spot better and up in victory lane yourself.
Hell yeah, man. Hopefully I get to talk to you again next week.
Absolutely, my boy. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, give it up there for our second place finisher, AJ Huntsinger coming home here in position number 2. A great run and a great drive out of that 33A machine. Yo, Raymond Welsh coming in, showing the love. What's good, Raymond? Raymond coming in with the like on the stream says, hey, what's good, Raymond? How are you, my dude? Coming in, showing the love here in this one as we're going to get ready to pull in our third place finisher. Our third place finisher, the 515 rider, Chris Cox. Is Cox coming home here in position number 3. We're going to pull him up into the broadcast booth for his post-race interview. Hey, Chris, it's Aaron up here in the PeaceMaker Broadcasting booth. Taking a copy?
Yes, I do.
Chris, man, another great run, another great race. The 515 right, able to battle back here after obviously some contact right there in front of you. AJ Huntsinger gets a piece of the 65 right of James Murphy, and then nowhere for you to go as he gets turned around and sitting right there on your lap down through corner 1 and 2, and you're trying to get checked up. You have a couple more drivers getting into you, a bit of damage onto that ride. You take it down pit side, you get it worked on, you get it back out there onto the racetrack, and here you go, late in this race, slowly but surely rolling back up towards the front of the field. You're able to click them off one at a time. Unfortunately, just not enough time to be able to jump up there and find a way to get up and around AJ Huntsinger and Matt Pridgeon. But I mean, you're able to just keep that 515 ride pointed in the right direction and able to, overcome that adversity of that early race caution.
Yeah. Honestly, I didn't even go into the pits. I was still racing with damage.
Still racing with the damage. I was wondering there because you came out and you restarted about the 8th position. It was farther back than what you were when the initial caution flag came out, but it was still in front of the other cars that came in and pitted there. But I mean, you came back out, you're running with that 515 ride, no pitting there, so you feel like maybe that little bit of damage that might have been on the ride might have hindered your performance here late in the race, maybe affected your car just enough that you weren't able to jump up there and find the extra bit of speed you needed late in this one to battle with AJ and Matt.
Yeah, then I just kind of got stuck on the bottom, which didn't help. The car just went to steer half to the right, just going down the straightaways just didn't help. Really coming out of the corner, I was spinning. Honestly, I just thought I needed to save more tires, so I was really worried about that too. But I probably could have just hammered down and maybe would have got something done. But just worried about the tire.
Absolutely. Definitely going to worry about those tires. You don't want to burn them up. You don't want to chew them up too early in the race. And obviously, once you kind of get tied up in a caution flag, you're hammering onto those brakes, you're flat spotting these tires, putting a lot of wear and tear onto them quickly, getting tied up in some of that action. Never bad time to just be a little bit extra cautious with those tires. You never know how close you're going to get to blowing that right rear out, especially in a little bit longer of a racing, 40 laps of racing action, but a very, very slick racetrack. And these UMP modifieds, they tear up those right rears in a quick hurry.
Yes, they do.
Chris, a great run, a solid performance. You parked that ride up here in position number 3. Who would you like to thank for such a great run and strong performance here this evening?
I'd like to thank Logue Fabrications. I'd like to thank Hogland Auto Plaza for coming on board. Both of them guys coming on board this season. Honestly, maybe in a couple weeks. If it don't snow, their season's getting ready to start up. One's going to start running one's running tow trucks out of Marshtown, and the other one's probably going to be racing Marshtown. And well, then I'd also like to thank MJC Desktop Fabrications for doing all my 3D printing work, so I can have all this awesome iRacing stuff, all the stuff work for my iRacing. Chris Cox Gaming, where you can find all my content on all your basic social media platforms: Instagram, Facebook, what else? YouTube and TikTok. I'll be on TikTok as long as it's still there. Once that's gone, we'll just find all the other social medias. And TBH Defense. If you're looking for any firearms training, hit up TBH Defense. He's based out of Indiana, but he's probably willing to go anywhere. That'd be everybody.
Well, Chris, a great run and a great drive here as the 5:15 ride comes home with a solid top 3 finish as you park it up here on the front straightaway. Congratulations with a great run here tonight from Federated Auto Parts Raceway. We look forward to seeing you back out there on the racetrack in the next one, and hopefully we'll see a couple spots better and right back up here in Victory Lane.
Yep. Hope I do better next time. Have a good night, everybody, and keep on keeping on.
Absolutely, brother. Enjoy the rest of your night.
Good night, guy. Man.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, give it up there for Chris Cox as Cox comes home here in position number 3. A great run and a great drive there out of that number 5:15 machine. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, unfortunately, that's going to do it for us there in this one. This one's going to come to a close as unfortunately we got to get ready to rock and roll here for our second race of the evening as our second race about to get underway. As this one going to come to a close, we're going to get ready to head from the dirt track to the asphalt where we're still going short track racing as we're headed to Bristol, baby, with the Slingshot Sim Racing Series. So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, make sure if you haven't already, hit the like button, hit the share button, make sure you hit that follow and subscribe button. If you're not part of the PeaceMaker family already, I don't know what you're waiting for. Make sure you hit the follow and subscribe button if you're watching over on YouTube. Make sure right beside them, you hit that bell notification. Make sure you turn that bell notification on. That way you never miss it when we go live here on PeaceMaker Gaming as we get ready for our second race of the evening here in just a little bit. You guys aren't going to want to miss this next one as it's going to be absolutely crazy. We're going to have probably 30, 40 drivers on the racetrack duking it out at Bristol Motor Speedway in the NASCAR Next Gens, and I think they're going to put on a better show than what we saw this past Sunday with the NASCAR race there. I think these guys are going to put on a way more exciting race than what they did, and it's going to be a lot of fun. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank y'all for tuning into this one, and I'll see you guys back here in just a little bit. Peace out for now, baby. Peace out for now, ladies and gentlemen.